There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Ducks ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Gives it on the option. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that.
Create big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Porter. That will be enough to move the chains and give him a first down in the red zone at the 14. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert third and long to keep it going. To throw, it's St. Clair. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a team to start this game off.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Davison. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Steps away. Caught near the sideline, it's Davison. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hill.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Nelson. Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Field position here as they start this drive from their 43. From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, running back on the move. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Green. And a job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out of the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Ducks are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Floating away. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get them on the ground quickly.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Ducks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the grab.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Alexander. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Now they'll run it on the toss. Picks up the 1st down. At midfield, he's got room. He's now up to 75 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. That had all the makings of Bud Meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The offense will quickly use the timeout. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Makes the catch. It's Hill. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to run it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Got it set up on the outside. To the Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks. A great catch and run for 6.
Pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's St. Clair. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
He's got him in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Caught in the backfield, it's Graham. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Unleashes one. Got his man. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum to try to make a big play.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oregon. And that one will give them the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Here's a heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That's a great great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position.
It's a running room. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
And the Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, you talk about flipping the script. How about this defense? You go from second and inches to now third and long. Nice job being disciplined, rushing the quarterback, getting the sack.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Nice job by the D, playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the fourth quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Makes the catch. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we send it.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
With the catch, it's Jacobs. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Jacobs. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Looking to throw at St. Clair. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He lets it fly. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And they finally get it to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And the Buckeyes will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. To the air, it's St. Clair. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might
That's exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Pressure coming. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Looking for the end zone. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset. But to my eyes, we saw 2 really good